Alright, so today I actually have my very first reticulated python eggs that are hatching in the incubator, which is pretty amazing. You know, normally I'm a ball python guy. I specialize in ball pythons, and I just happen to have a couple of retics that I bought about 5 years ago. I've been trying to breed them every single year, you know, for the last couple of years. Last year, I actually paired them up and I saw them lock. They actually twisted tails, but they didn't lay any eggs last year. And then this year, when I paired them up, I got a really good lock where they bred for about an hour, which was pretty awesome. And then I just kind of, you know, didn't really pay attention to timelines or anything. And one day I was working here in my snake room, doing, I can't remember what I was doing, and I randomly just looked over at Lucy, and she happened to be in the process of laying eggs, and she was on this really huge pile of eggs. And out of all those eggs, we actually got 37 fertile eggs that I put up in the incubator. And actually, just looked in the incubator, it looked like a couple heads were kind of sticking out. It looked like a couple were most of the way out of the egg, maybe all the way to where we can actually get a look at what these snakes look like. And as far as the genetics are kind of interesting. I think most of these will look pretty much identical. They all should be lavender albino reticulated pythons. So kind of the interesting thing with the lavender albino, the purple albino, and the white albino, it gets it's a little bit different than anything in the world of ball pythons. So the lavender, you can almost think of it as like a codominant gene that's attached to the recessive albino gene, which is kind of weird. And the purple is kind of like the super. And then the lavender is just one copy of the gene, and then the white is basically with without the lavender or the purple. Usually with they don't really call it the white albino, they just call it the regular albino. It gets really confusing, but if you actually take a purple with two copies, you breed it to the white, all the offspring should have one copy of the lavender gene. They all should be lavender albinos, which is kind of halfway between kind of the purple background and the white background of the reticulated python. The other cool thing about this is both of the parents are also 50% dwarf, so all the offspring will be 50% dwarf, and the male on this Sunny, he's actually 37.5% super dwarf. So all these will be right around 19% super dwarf, 50% dwarf, and right about 30-31% mainland. So if you reduce the mainland, you really reduce the ultimate size potential of the reticulated python. That's kind of what I was going for when I bred these two together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull eggs out of the incubator. We'll actually take a look at them, cut some eggs open, and see how many snakes we end up with. Alright, so I'm going to start with this box. There's actually just one egg in here, and it looks like this guy is most of the way out. So we'll actually be able to get a look at what these guys look like. So about 2 weeks ago, I actually came in here and I cracked just the corner on all these, kind of cleaned all the humidity from the top. Cracked the corner to make sure they had enough air. And let's take a look at this guy. Wow! Take a look at this. Wow, look at how big the egg was on this. These retic eggs are really huge. Look at this guy. Wow. That is really beautiful. You're not going to bite me, are you? I don't know. I'm used to ball pythons that would never bite you as a hatchling. But look at this guy. Wow. Look at how long he is. That guy's like super long. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, look, he's like wanting to bite me already, huh? He's like, where's my food? I know with ball pythons, they have kind of a, ooh, he's a little feisty one. Look at that. I think I'm gonna have to tame this guy down a little bit, which is pretty interesting. Getting a little snapping action right out of the egg. Looked like it was more of a feeding response than an aggression, which is interesting. I know with these retics, you really want to handle them a lot when they're young to really tame them down, because you definitely don't want a big snake that's really aggressive. But they're really super easy to tame down. So looks like he's doing pretty good. Haven't got bit yet. Alright, guy. It looks like he's almost starting to go through a shed maybe, which is kind of interesting. I can't tell this on his tail if this is like some paradox thing. No, it's just kind of a pretty interesting. Look at his eyes, kind of interesting eyes. Like orange eyes, an orange snake with orange eyes. That's pretty awesome. Super long. Look at how long that is. That's probably, what, 2 feet out of the egg? Long, super long and skinny. That is really beautiful. Belly is pretty clear. I'm thinking I could probably almost probe them and figure out the males and the females, which is pretty wild. All right, we got one good snake right there. A little feisty guy. All right, so I'm just gonna leave him in here and wait till all the snakes come out before I put them up in the incubator. What I'll actually do is I'll go through, once they all come out, we'll actually go through one by one. We'll name them and we'll put them up in the hatchling rack. Oh, one more thing I want to do. Check this out. I wanted to show you this. So I actually pulled out one of my hatchling tubs. So this is the tub, if you can see it, that I have for my hatchlings. Hey buddy, how you doing? You're not gonna bite me, are you? Yeah, these guys, a little bit feisty. I know boas can be really feisty when they're young too. You really have to tame them down a lot. But look, he's got plenty of room in there. He should be okay in my hatchling rack. I was wondering how he would actually fit in here. I might be able to keep him in here maybe a couple months. But you know, the way these guys grow, it depends on how much you feed them too. I know they can grow super fast if you feed them a lot. So, all right, buddy. My first experience ever with a reticulated python hatchling. It seems like you need a little more patience, move a little bit slower. Now they could be a little bit more snappy. I'm guessing you probably have no problem at all feeding these guys. You know, like ball pythons, they're really super picky. But with retics, yeah, I'm guessing no problem at all. All right, that's pretty exciting. This is a beautiful snake, and I got a whole bunch of them. They all should be exactly the same. Ooh, look, he's like opening his mouth. I think that's a feeding response more than an aggression on that guy. Definitely need to handle these guys a lot when they're young, but that's pretty exciting. All right, so here's another box, and some of these boxes were all full at the very beginning. Wow, look at how much condensation we got on this one. And then I went through and candled them later and found out that a lot of them were not fertile. So, looks like we got one little guy sticking his head out on this one. Ooh, they're stuck together still. Look at that guy. How cute is that? One little head sticking out, like a little dinosaur head right there. Let's see if we can get a better close-up of that one. Maybe for the thumbnail. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we definitely know that one looks pretty much exactly like the other one. Got some interesting eyes on these guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of these open, kind of take a peek inside. Maybe help this guy out a little bit. Looks like he's kind of stuck. Get a little messy here. Alright, so let me zoom you up here. And then on this guy, wow, this is like, boy, he's like jammed in there. If I can actually, oh, he's like really stuck. See if I can get his head back in there. Oh, boy, he's like, wow. There he goes. All right. These are like, it's weird because on a reticulated python, it's not like you can really, like you can pinch it like a ball python egg. It's like a really hard leathery egg. It's more leathery than a ball python. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. It almost looks like there's some kind of a mass in there or something. Take a look at that. really weird. Huh. Almost like it's a yolk or something. Or maybe like a twin that didn't develop. That's kind of weird. Look at that. That's, that's really weird. You can definitely see over in the corner, right over here. You can see it's pretty much the same. Lavender albino. And it's always a good sign when you see the little cut here from the egg tooth. These are like really weird eggs. Really, almost like leather. It's kind of wild. And it has kind of a weird jello kind of a consistency to the... It's definitely not like a ball python. Look at that goopy mess. That is crazy. You can definitely tell. Wow, that's weird. Really weird. Alright. I have another one here for my fourth snake. Boy, these are like, you can make, this is like shoe leather, it's so thick. It's crazy. Never seen anything quite like it. There's another one. Looks like we got some taming down to do on some of these. Looks like they bite you right out of the egg. Oh, feisty little guys. Oh, that's kind of wild. Oh, look, this guy's coming out already. That's kind of wild. Alright, so we got 3 good ones there. 3 viable. They all look like lavender albinos. So, I think I forgot to leave a little crack on the last one. I'll have to go back in to make sure to give a little air in the crescent seal on top. Alright, so let's pull out another box. Alright, so it looks like I definitely have some taming down to do on these snakes. It's not like ball pythons where you can just kind of put them in the hatchling rack and ignore them, I think. I think I'm going to have to spend a little more time taming them down. Looks like we got 5 that are cut open from the egg tooth. Looks like we might have a bad one. Maybe. This one. Let's take a look at this one first. Yeah. This one's not looking so good. I can actually pinch it. Can almost pinch it. This is so weird. It's like, oh, you can almost get a hold of it. Like a ball python egg. Well, it looks good. Looks fully developed. Oh, I think he's moving. He's good. We're good. Yeah, that's another one. That one looks like it has more purple in there than the other ones. If you can actually see that. That's pretty awesome. Nothing unusual as far as genetics. They all look pretty much the same. No weird double eyes or double heads that I'm seeing. Nothing really too weird. I'm going to cut this open a little bit more so you can see it. Oh, look at how goopy that is. Wow. Really super goopy. Super goopy. Looks like another. It's really hard. You really can't see. Wow, these are stuck together. You really can't see if there's what's going on in there. You can see they're alive though so far. No DOAs, which is good. Whoa, look, he's like, he's ready to come out. I think, you know, the other thing that I think is good is just to cut these open so they can actually get out, because the shells on these are so thick. Look at that one. That one's pretty wild. See, it's another lavender albino. Look at how stuck these are together. So when I actually took these out of the female was just laying these, and just, they were like really super goopy. And just laying them side by side, they actually stuck together. Look at that. Wow. Like, I can't even get them apart. I got one guy sticking his head out. Yeah, I might get bit up quite a bit trying to probe these guys and tame them down, I'm thinking. Because you definitely want some tame snakes when you sell them. Look at that guy just ready to come out. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at that. Normally I don't like letting my ball pythons come right out of the egg like that. Wow. I think they're all ready to come out. It's just like the shells are so hard on these. It's crazy. You know, I'm actually thinking about thinking maybe about keeping a couple of these for myself. So if you breed two lavenders together, you'll end up with some white albinos, some lavender albinos, and some purple albinos. So you get a variety instead of all the same thing, like with this pairing here. Look, he actually went back in his egg. How funny is that? He's like, I'm not ready to come out. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. Nothing unusual, no DOAs, no defects. I haven't got bit yet, which is good. I'm going to cut a little lip off on this one so you can see a little better. Look at how beautiful it is. Oh, I love those lavender albinos. You should wait until they come out, and after they shed, they look absolutely stunning. I saw a guy on YouTube with some lavender albino babies, and they don't look anything like this after they shed out, and they're actually out and looking really good. I can't believe how long they are. Super long right out of the egg. So that's pretty exciting. 6 eggs right there. So yeah, I should have these up on Morph Market. I'm thinking maybe in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe. Once I get a few meals into them. It shouldn't be that hard to get a few meals. I'm sure these guys will probably go out the door faster than ball pythons. Alright, so I'll have to speed up a little bit because I have 6 more boxes. Lots of retics. Wow, look at this one. It looks like these guys are mostly all the way out already. Take a look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. This is just one snake right here. Oh, look at how long he is. That is incredible. He is so long and so pretty. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow. These are prettier than I thought they were going to be. Wow. Alright, so let's see if we can keep that one in there. And I need some more paper towel. This is getting really messy. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. I don't know if that one's going to stay in there. I'll have to keep an eye on them. Alright, so I always wondered about these, worry about these that are like completely without being cut yet. Oh, let's see. I can see. Smells good. Doesn't smell bad. Looks like it's developed. Hard to say on that one if he's alive or not. Looks like a lavender albino. Look at this guy, like covers the whole box. I can't even get in here. Alright, so I'm going to swap one of these out. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy. See what this one looks like. It's kind of weird having all the same genetics on these. Ooh. Ooh. This one's... Oh, I guess he's alright. That one's interesting. That one almost looks like a white. Doesn't look like it's that purple in the background. I don't think we can get whites. Unless the only way we could get a white albino is if we don't have a purple. If we have a lavender, yeah. If Sunny's actually a lavender instead of a purple, we'll get whites. This looks like a whiteout. Look at how white the background is on the white background, where this one's purple in the background. Maybe we don't have a purple albino. Maybe it's a lavender. Maybe they messed up on that one. Or maybe it's just because I'm looking in the eggs still. These guys are feisty. Look at that. It's like ready to come out of the egg. That's crazy. So it definitely looks like you could you can get some, you could take, look at him. He's all goopy. Ah, they're so different than ball pythons. It's so funny. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Whoa! That guy just come flying out of the egg. Looking right at me. Look at that. Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa. I don't really want him to come out. Wow. That guy is crazy. Alright, so this is the empty one. Let's see, we got them all except this one here. This is like a totally different experience here. These guys are like flying out of the egg. Wow. Alright, these big long lanky snakes. They're so feisty too. Alright, so there you go. You got another one. Kind of poking his head out. I don't know, they all look lavender except that one. This one looks really white. I don't know, maybe, I guess it's a purple. But, alright buddy. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's something else. It is not like cutting ball python eggs, that's for sure. These are completely different beasts. Wow. I absolutely love retics. I think it's one of my favorite snakes. Alright, so here's the next box. Let's see what we have here. This one. We have 4 this time. None of them are out so far. Looks like they're all cutting their way out, which is a good sign. Which is, this one looks all foamy. Look at how foamy that one is. That's kind of wild. Kind of gurgling through the top. This guy's ready to come out. Let's see if he doesn't come flying out like the other ones. Yeah, it's weird. They have that. Take a look at that, like that. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a mass inside of there. That's kind of left behind in the egg. This guy looks like purple albino or a lavender albino. I think they're all lavender. I think we do have a purple. All right. Take a look at this one. Ooh, his head's like right by the. See if I can cut this open a little more so you can see it. I want you guys to see it. Oh yeah. There he is. He or she. I don't know the males from the female yet. But take a look at that. That's pretty wild. Looking good. Look at that. It's like jelly in there, like weird jelly, which is different too. Look at how many egg cuts. The egg tooth. They actually have an egg tooth that cuts it up. That guy's coming out. That's pretty wild. All right, let's see if I can get this. This guy's looking good. And what do you know? Lavender albino super dwarf. Another one. Looking good, looking good. No surprises. That one has kind of an interesting pattern. I guess it's just around his neck. It's kind of interesting. I don't want to scare him out of his egg. I like to keep him in the egg as long as they'll stay in the egg. Look at that guy. He's like ready to come out. Just ready to come out. That's pretty wild. These are so beautiful. Look at how beautiful it is. That is awesome. Yeah, one of my favorites. The lavender albinos, purple albinos, white albinos. All the albinos are really cool. Alright, so those all came out really good. That's pretty exciting. This is going to fill up like one of my smaller hatchling rack, almost completely full. I think I have, I think it's 3 or 4 snakes from last year, ball pythons that I haven't sold yet. I think I'm going to sell one of them, pretty sure this weekend I'm going to sell one. So I'll be down to 3 snakes. And then I have 5 that just hatched, some ball pythons. And then 37 retics. It's filling up quick. Alright, so here's the next box. So my next video after this one, I'll actually wait until all of them come completely out. And then what I'm going to do is we'll get a close look at each one and then we'll give them names and put them up in the hatchling rack. That's always pretty awesome. So you can kind of see up close and personal what they look like out of the egg. Then we can look, you know, for defects or anything like that. Hopefully we won't get any defects or any problems with any of these. Look at that. That guy's like ready to come out. I love the little stripe right down the back of the head. The little purple stripe. That's pretty awesome. Looks like he's ready to come out too. And they don't have red eyes, they have like orange eyes. You know, usually with your ball pythons, all your albinos will have like a bright red eye. This guy's got like more of an orange eye. Orange, kind of an orange eye surrounded in purple. It's kind of an interesting eye. Now these guys, ooh, this one's moldy on the inside. But I think it's still good because he's got the egg tooth going. Oh, he's moving. He's doing good. Alright, I'm going to cut this off a little bit so you can see it. Another lavender albino, looking good, looking good. I'm starting to think I'm going to have a lot of reticulated pythons. Wow. That's kind of crazy. They're so beautiful. Take a look at that. All pretty much the same as far as what I'm seeing. No surprises as far as the genetics. Really beautiful snakes. Alright, so this box feels heavy. This feels like we got almost a full box here. I actually started out, when I first pulled them off of Lucy, I filled these 6 to a box, and then I went in later and candled them and found out some of them were infertile. And that's kind of where that came from. So, looks like, look at how stuck together these are. Wow! These are like really stuck together. Kind of sticking their heads out a little. Oh, look at that. Don't have to worry about tearing open an egg, I guess, since they're hatching. So we don't have to worry too much about them. And then these, let's see if we get these apart. Well, it looks like they're all sliced open from the egg tooth. So it looks like these are all viable eggs here. See if I can speed things up. We got so many eggs here. Wow. Another one, beautiful lavender albino. One good thing about this pairing is I know that all the snakes are going to be beautiful versus if you kind of have, you know, a random whole bunch of genes. You get some good ones and some bad ones. I got all good ones this one on this clutch. Very predictable. Another one, beautiful. I'm seeing all purple so far, no whites like I saw in that other one. This one I'm just going to kind of help him out a little bit. If he will let me. Wow. Let's see. He's like stuck in there, huh? He's like, help me, my head's stuck. Alright. That's another reason why I want to open them up, just in case, so they don't get stuck in there, so they can easily come out. Another beautiful purple, or lavender. Lavender, these are all lavenders. No purples. It'd be interesting to see what the purple looks like this young, because these are really purple. Got a little off here. Beautiful. That one has interesting pattern on the back of the head. Almost like static electricity. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how tame these are coming out of the egg. That one was like, I could tell if he was trying to bite me or if it was a feeding response on that first one. That was all the way out. But he is looking pretty feisty. I know boa constrictors, I've seen some baby boas that are little tears. You really have to tame those boas down when they're young. So it looks like I'm going to have to spend a lot of time with these guys. Even if I spent like 5 minutes a piece, that's 5 minutes times 37 sticks. I want to be down here for hours, unless I just throw them all together and just kind of try to tame them all at once. I don't know if that would work. I'll have to figure something out. It would be nice to try to tame them all at once for like an hour. Or just pick up a snake every day and work with it. Kind of tame it down. Different snake every day. Maybe for 20 minutes or so, that might work. Alright, so we're down to the last 2 boxes. Let's see what we got here. So, oh, that's interesting. Wow, look at how dirty those eggs are. That's really interesting. They're all sliced up too. Look at how sliced up. I've never seen ball python eggs with that many slices in them. They've been going to town. And these feel really warm. I guess the incubator's 90 degrees, but for some reason this egg feels really warm. Looking good. I see 2 eyes. It seems like he has a smaller, slightly smaller head on this one. It's interesting. Almost looks like, oh, almost, it's hard to tell if you have twins in there or not. Almost small enough to be like a twin on that one. But the reticulated python, they just kind of wrap around and around and around. You can't tell if it's one snake or 2. There's so many wraps in there. It's crazy. Alright, so getting better at egg cutting. Look at that guy. See, I don't know. This one almost looks like it could be twins in here. Compared to that one, it just seems so much skinnier and so many more wraps. I don't see another head though. I don't know. I think this could be twins. This one. Boy. I can only see one head though. I'm almost tempted to take it out. Oh, it is twins. No? Wait a minute. No. No? Let's see. I think it is. Yep, it is. My first twins. Take a look at this. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it. There's another head in the background. 2 in 1. All right. I know twins are more likely with reticulated pythons. My very first twins. That's cool. All right, that's exciting. So now we have 38. We'll see how many more twins we have. Wonder when it's all said and done here. That's pretty exciting. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, now I'm looking for twins. Looks like just a lavender albino on that one. Let's see. This is going to be a long video. Trying to cut all these open. Trying to cut it without hurting the snake. Got another one. Beautiful, beautiful. No twins in that one. I guess it's not really like Easter egg hunting, where you get different genes and you wonder, all right, which genes are which? Pretty much all the same. Lavender albino. That one looks good, viable. No DOAs so far. No weird, unexpected anything really, except for twins. Wow, this guy's like freaking out in there. Another one, looking good. Wow. I guess I'm a retic guy now. With all these beautiful snakes. Wow, I'm gonna have to bring these to a reptile show and maybe sell them at a show or something. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so here is the last box. Ooh, looks like these guys might be out. Wow! Surprise, surprise! We have, oh, you know what? I think these guys are twins because I'm seeing snakes in here. I'm seeing snakes in here. I'm seeing one egg with 2 snakes. We get another twin. This one might be a twin too. Look, he's got a smaller head. Wow, this is like a 2-for-1 clutch. Kind of crazy. Wow. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Wow, look at the difference between those two. One looks so much more purple than the other. Look at that. That's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see the variations between the different snakes as they, like after the first shed. Alright, so I want to see if this is a twin. This is kind of interesting. Looks like see, I really don't want him to come out. And he is coming out. Look at that. You open it up and he's coming out. Here he comes. I guess we're going to find out if it's twins. It's just one really long snake. Oh, look at that. One is out. And we have another snake. Ah, there's another snake in there. We got another twin. Wow. Another twin. Wow. That's pretty wild. Look at how long and skinny this guy is. That's pretty wild. Right out of the egg. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. He's got the slow tongue wag, which is kind of like a warning sign. It's like, I'm gonna bite you. Alright, yeah, these guys definitely need some handling. They're so cute, so incredibly cute. Oh, that one just slimed me all over the place. Ugh. Alright, wow, that's what, 3 sets of twins. Their 7th, 8th, and 9th. So we have what, 40 now? Wow, that's crazy. That'll yeah, I have an ARS 1065 that'll hold 65 hatchlings. Yeah, so that's gonna fill like half of it, more than half of it in one clutch. That's crazy. I might need to buy another hatchling rack actually, depending on how many ball pythons I have. All right, that one's definitely not a twin. Look at how big and thick that guy is. Super thick, which is pretty awesome. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's pretty awesome. And this one, there's still one kind of hanging out in there. That's kind of crazy. Wow, look at those little guys. It's so long and skinny. That's amazing. I absolutely love reticulated pythons. It's like the gentle giants. They really tame down really nice. Alright, so there you have it. Wow, that was pretty awesome. No DOAs at all. And 3 twins. So that's pretty much it. My very first reticulated python egg cutting. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video when we'll actually put them up in the hatchling rack, which will be pretty exciting.